To Basra and all Iraq comes news for which the people have long waited. In parts of Basra and other towns of Iraq, life goes on much as it has done for many centuries in the old streets and the busy markets. But modern Iraq is a go-ahead, young country. While the old-style markets serve their purpose, Iraq lives in no pipe dream of past glories. But in other ways there are changes. For instance, motor cars replaced camels in the town streets. The old methods are still used to raise water for the crops. With wells, there could be water in plenty to bring back fertility to the deserts that long ago were fruitful places. But wealth in Iraq was absent until man found oil deep below the unproductive sands. To Basra comes Prime Minister Nuri Pasha el-Said, whose mission is to release that oil for Iraq, and with it the wealth to give the country so much that is needed. From England came Mr. Gibson, head of the Iraq and Basra petroleum companies, to join with Nuri Pasha in the dedication ceremony. Zubair is now a strange place of many wonders. From its sandy wastes, oil will begin to flow to the markets of the world at the turn of a wheel by the Prime Minister. Deep below the desert sand, nature has created a vast reservoir of the precious oil urgently needed to drive the wheels of the world's industries. After years of exploring and research, the field was discovered by engineers of the Basra Petroleum Company, who have invested many millions of pounds to render the field productive and build pipelines to carry the oil to the sea. The turn of this wheel will set free the precious stream, which will bring many benefits to the land of Iraq. Now the great moment has arrived, and the Prime Minister Nuri Pasha el-Said turns the wheel, and the oil starts to flow. Wells have already been drilled and completed since the company first found oil in commercial quantities in 1948. In this new field, many Iraqis have found well-paid work, of which a man can justly be proud. Here at Zubair, it was necessary to bore 2 miles deep to reach the oil-impregnated sand. Each drilling costs many thousands of pounds. It's a strange business to those who have known the freedom of the desert and who have suffered from its fruitlessness. From the wells, the oil goes to a pumping station, whence it begins to flow to foul. The building of this great enterprise took much time, but this day marks the end of one and the beginning of another phase. The oil now flowing, a lunch was given to celebrate the inauguration, and Mr. Gibson told the story. Near to him were the American ambassador and Jamil Bey al-Madfai. Mr. Gibson told how the work was speeded up by 9 months. Guest of honor, Prime Minister Nuri Pasha el-Said outlined his government's plans for utilizing the riches that oil will bring to the benefit of the people of Iraq. For many years they had waited for this day, and there were those who became impatient as the years passed. Now the waiting is over, and they look for many benefits from this great enterprise. This is how boring is done. At the end of long sections of pipe is a cutter, which bites into the earth, foot upon foot, yard upon yard. As the depth increases, they pull up the pipe and fit another section. Deeper and deeper into the rocky earth the drilling goes on until the precious fuel is reached. Many Iraqis are learning to carry out this highly skilled work. From Zubair, a pipeline runs 70 miles to Fao on the Persian Gulf. To this new port come the great oil tankers of the world to load with the precious cargo. Great storage tanks have been built to fill the tankers. For drilling is only a part of the job done. To reap the rich oil harvest, it must be taken to the markets of the world, and the great tankers will carry it safely and swiftly. To Fao comes the British ambassador to see at first hand this great industry commence operations. Many nations are participating in this enterprise, and they will pour wealth into Iraq, which will enable the building of hospitals and schools, and the promotion of social schemes which will help the peoples of the country to a better life. In the long bygone days, so the stories tell, the desert was rich and fruitful to supply the people of the land. Now the desert once again yields riches through the joint labor of East and West.